Good morning. Uh-oh. I thought I had my picture there. I didn't. Hold on. There we go. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Tracy. Good morning. And you guys, more and more stuff is happening about this Trump stuff. We're going to talk about that this morning. This is not going away for him. I told y'all. More and more people are digging in crates, finding old footage, finding articles, finding stuff. Exactly, Kim. But I find it so rich that for MAGA, this is the thing that they're upset about. Hey, Miss Sweet Pea. Hey, Purple Unicorn. Good morning. This is the thing that upsets them. Out of all the other stuff that's been done, this is the one that MAGA's going, nope, we're upset now. We're upset now. Okay, if y'all say so. But I look at all these new developments and I go, Trump's got quite the problem on his hands. He's got quite the problem on his hands. And I told y'all, it wasn't going to be so easy to go away. Some Republicans are saying they're tired of him protecting Pam Bondi. Eventually, they're going to be looking for Pam Bondi to be fired, see. They're going to look for her to be fired. I'm going to tell you when the call is going to come from inside the house for her to be fired. See, if you pay attention, the other day, Tulsi Gabbard, she's not very bright, but Tulsi Gabbard said Obama should be jailed because he didn't tell us about the election interference when there was none, right? Somebody had just played footage, I think it was Mr. Global, played footage the other day showing Obama saying right after the election that there was no evidence of tampering when Trump was elected the first time, right? When Obama was still in office. So Tulsi's ass was lying, right? So my thing is, well, Pam Bondi would have to charge him, right? She don't have nothing to charge him with. Nothing. So when she doesn't do what they're looking for them to do, then what? That's why I go, man, say it again, Kimberly. The entire cabinet is DEI. That's what it is. So many people were upset about DEI. Let me tell y'all, do y'all watch any of those videos? Have y'all been watching the videos, where they have a person in the room with all these other people that think they're smart, but the other people are never very smart. Like they did it with Dr. Mike. All the people thought they were smarter than the fucking doctor. Now I think it's Medhi. I forget how you say his last name. It starts with an M. And I think and they're talking with him. So he's at the table with this lady, right? And she's talking about immigrants. And she's saying she doesn't believe that you can the guy says an American citizen are people who born here and people who were naturalized. And she said, no, immigrants are not American citizens. He says, but if they're naturalized, no, they're still not American citizens. Come to find out her parents are immigrants. But she says her parents are American citizens. He says, no, they're not. Because according to your own definition, your parents can't be American citizens. She was like, no, I never said that. He said, actually, you did say that. All these people in the room heard you say it. And other people in the room that ideally would agree with her was like, yeah, you did say that. It was the craziest shit. You saw the debate, right? Insane. But she spoke like she knew so much. She didn't know a fucking thing. I'm telling y'all, a lot of this is about mediocre ass people that don't have much education, that are tired of feeling stupid. Trump made them feel smart. Yeah, he made them feel smart. He made them feel like those people, they've been mean to you all this time. You're smart. Hey, Miss Parker. Hey, Cassie. You're smart. Those people are mean. I'm nice to you because I tell you what you want to hear. No. He was never he wasn't a good thing. He was just an alternative to the thing. And people, they went all the way in on that. Not being smart. You know what I mean? That's really what happened. Hey, Kevin, good morning. Hey, Kimber, good morning. No, not that one, Mia. I'm talking about when he saw the woman. He was sitting there talking to the woman, and she was saying immigrants can't be American citizens. And he was like, well, if you're naturalized, you can. She was like, no. But then she tells him her parents are immigrants. Her parents are naturalized citizens. He's like, well, your parents are not American citizens by your own definition. And she literally, she could not wrap her. It was like she was trying. I'm going to tell you what she was saying. My parents are white, so they're okay. But she ain't want to say it like that. That's how I saw the shit. I'm being honest. That's what she was saying without saying the shit. You feel me? That's how I saw it. No, I didn't see the Hunter Biden interview. I heard about it. I'll take a look at it. I'm glad Hunter got that smoke for them. Yeah, deportation is a huge big thing. If only they would deport the colonizers. If only they would deport the people that came to America and destroyed everything that was here. But they say, but when I say it like that, they get real prickly. Like, what you mean? This is my country. No, it's not. You need to go read a book. You need to go read a book. Because if you read a book, you wouldn't know that's not the case at all. No, but you know, it's always crickets, Miss Parker. When I come with the facts, it's always crickets. Rhetoric is easy. Facts are a little more harder to digest, especially when they don't align with the delusion that you've created for yourself. Folks got to step into reality. If the only history you want to hear is the shit that makes you feel good, you need to go to therapy. You need to go to therapy. Hey, user, nobody can see your comments. And listen, if you want to show how tough you are, don't hide, beloved. Put your real name in your TikTok. Bye. Oh, whoever it was so cute. Was so cute. Got blocked. All to come and say something that TikTok didn't even let it display without me showing it, and I wasn't going to show it. Like, why would I display mediocrity on my life? Like, why would I do that? Like, why would I, promote mediocrity? Like, ew. Y'all gonna learn. Good morning, DCJ. Exactly, the audacity. You said they are deporting white immigrants who overstayed. Hey, listen, it's America first, right? I'm just trying to figure out what we're first in. Well, we're first in diabetes. We're first in debt. We first in shitty ass healthcare. We're first in shitty ass education, I'm sure. I'm sure we're first in pew deaths. We have a lot of maternal infant deaths. You know, we got a lot of things we're first in, but none of it's good. You know what I mean? Hey, Tammy. Hey, Joseph. Good morning. Let me make sure I say your name right. Manuel, good morning. Hey, Scary Terry, good morning. But that's the stuff that we're great at. Yep, we're at first in incarcerations. That's what we're good at. But America don't want to be honest about that shit. That's what you're good at. You're good at giving rich people, regular working class people money. Yeah. Good morning, the patient one. Hey, handsome. We real good at that. We love to give rich people, poor people's money. Yep, we're first in obesity. I forgot about that. We are first in that. Yep, we're first in that as well. We got a lot of first. But people don't want to talk about what our first are. Yep, we're first in, what somebody else say? 25% of the world, is incarcerated. I'm probably sure we're first in not having affordable housing in a developed nation. In a developed nation. We work really hard you know what America is now? Y'all ain't paid attention. America is Dubai. America is Dubai. We're only here to serve the rich folk. Y'all ain't noticed that. We're just here to serve the rich folk. That's it. That's what Dubai is. Dubai was a place created by rich people where they bring in the workers. It's not like the workers would have been in Dubai on their own, right? But the rich people aren't going to serve themselves, right? America is just it's just another Dubai. We're American version of Dubai. right? Lots of luxury shit, but poverty looking you right in the face, right? Right? You got people buy $50,000 purses, and then you got other people who can't afford to keep the lights on. Might even be in the same building together. Ain't that something? American excellence. That's the stuff I want people to pay attention to. That is your American excellence at work. Poverty, hunger, lack of education, lack of progress. That is American excellence. That's the America that nobody want to talk about. Because that shit don't make you feel good. That shit makes you wake up and go, the fuck am I working this hard for? Nothing. You're working hard for rich people. Purple unicorn, you know what's funny? You say luxury, not affordable. Guess what? It's even deeper than that. Y'all paying for fake ass luxury. They convince y'all to go on fucking vacations and tell you you're paying for luxury. No, you're not. Rich people would never go where you go to travel. Stop it. Stop it. That's poor people luxury. Rich people would never go there. They would never go there. Hey, Trell, good morning. And I'm not even saying it as a slight. I'm saying it to keep it 100. Because as long as we working class people keep thinking we're like them, we're going to stay losing. We're going to stay losing. Hey, Anton, good morning. We're going to stay losing. Let me tell you something. If you can wear Yeezy slides at that location, you're not in luxury, beloved. You're not in luxury. I'm going to give you another hint. Carnival Cruise Lines is not luxury. No. Hey, Terrell, good morning. That's not luxury. Y'all gonna fucking learn. Okay? Y'all gonna learn. None of that shit is luxury. All right? Luxury look different. Luxury smells different. But it don't smell like Axe. It don't smell like Axe and Bath and Body Works spray. I'm just keeping it all the way a buck. Because so many Americans are fucking delusional. Luxury is not a Lexus. That's what they convince you. Because, see, rich people stopped buying Lexuses when we started buying Lexuses, see. They don't want nobody to think that they're like us. Hey, Shauna, good morning. You understand where I'm coming from? You understand where I'm coming from? They don't want nobody to think that they're like us. They only drive around in cars like us when they want to pretend to be like us. Okay? Right? I laugh when I see Jaguars on the street now. Oh, rich people aren't buying those Jaguars. Those are the poor ones. The 80,000 ones? Oh, please. $80,000 Jaguar 30 years ago, yeah. Not now, beloved. That's the cheap one. That's the cheap one, beloved. And that's the perfect way to describe it, Kim. Cosplay luxury. It's what my father-in-law used to say. Champagne taste with a ginger ale wallet. Y'all got to cut that shit out. You're not doing nothing but putting more money in rich people's pockets, and they're laughing their ass off going, they think they're paying for luxury. No. Yep, and say it again, Cassie. And if you can't afford an $80,000 car, don't buy it. I don't even understand how I'm seeing people still drive around with paper tags. Say it again, DCJ, not even a beer wallet. I see people with paper tags. They're still buying fucking cars. Really? What is it going to take for y'all to not give them your money like that? My first car was $500. $500. My first used car was $5,000. Used, because I wouldn't buy a new one because I was like, I wasn't paying no more than that. And I drove that car till I paid it off and the wheels fell off. You understand? Look, you said 300. Mine was 500 because mine had a sunroof. That flew off when I was driving down the street, and I still didn't get rid of that car. Yeah, because it was still working. Understand? That's what you call a drop top. When I saw that damn sunroof shatter in my rearview window, I was like, oh, well, they have tape for that. and I taped it up and I kept driving. That's what we used to call hoopties. See, those of us who are older, we remember that. Back in the day, there were stages to owning a car. You didn't come out the gate with a brand new car. Oh, no, 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 no. Because that's not what we came up in. Hell, even if your family was rich, like had money, they still wouldn't give you your first car as a brand new car. Because it was a way to humble you for you to be appreciative. Okay? My first car was a fucking hoopty. $500. I bought it at the auction. I remember it was a Cutlass. Pontiac Cutlass, baby. I still remember. And it had a sunroof. Okay? I didn't have no satellite radio. I didn't have no leather seats. None of that shit. It was cloth seats at that. If I'm not mistaken in that car, I'm pretty sure it was cloth seats. But I remember. I bought it at the auction. Okay? Kids nowadays, their version of a hoopty is a $30,000 car. What? That's not a hoopty. That's a car. Say it again. I had a car too, Lashina, that had no AC and no heat. Catch it. Don't play with me. These kids now, out the box, your first car is a brand new car. That was not our reality. I'm 50 years old. I've still never owned a $50,000 car and never will. Now, Lexus, if you're listening, you can give it to me. But me, it's not that I can't afford it. I don't see no value in that. I don't see no value in that. Hey, Caleb, I'm not paying for those types of tires. I'm not paying for that type of oil change, those type of parts. You understand? When I go look at a car, I go, how much the tires cost on that thing? How much is maintenance on that? Listen, if it's more than I'm willing to pay, or it's going to be a struggle, I'm good. Yeah, I don't need premium gas. Regular gets me this to the same location at the same time. See, y'all don't let these rich people trick y'all into, we need luxury. You weren't raised in luxury. You were raised in having what you needed. And that was just fine. You didn't get everything you wanted, but you had what you needed. Hey, Renita. You had what you needed. That's what I got to learn how to do, SJ or oil change, because I know they're not tough. I paid for one the other day. Shit, back in my day, an oil change was $20. See, y'all will never know. Just don't go to Jiffy Lube to get it. That was always the catch. Don't take your fucking car to Jiffy Lube back in the day. They'll fuck it up. But back in the day, an oil change was $20. See, y'all would never know. Y'all would never know. Back then, you could have a car and no job. Why? Because shit, your car cost you $200. Your car insurance was $25 a month. Gas was $1.10 a gallon. You understand? Now, y'all driving a Tesla and unemployed. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. You got to be smarter than that. You got to be smarter than that. Y'all bought into the lie that rich people sold you. They even got rich people on TV showing you their lifestyles. So when they come and sell you something, you think you're living like those people you saw on TV. No, you're not. They don't want to be like you. They don't want to be like you. You know what they say? Oh, it's so cute to watch the pores. To watch the poor. Man, Ubering in a Tesla that's some dirty work, man. That's some dirty work. Do you understand? That's dirty work. No fucking way. You gotta be kidding me, right? Or people will say, oh, I bought a Tesla because when I'm driving on the road, I don't want to hear no noise. You're driving on the fucking road. What are we doing? Who you supposed to be? James Bond? Like, no noise. Who cares? Who cares? Does my vehicle get me from point A to point B? Now we got all these people out here driving Teslas upside down because Elon, the guy that owns the company, done fucked up the valuation even more on a car you bought. Bad enough, soon as you drive off the lot with a car, the value just starts dipping like crazy. But then you had the owner of the manufacturing company, the actual car company, make it even worse for you. Now you got this car that you begging people to take. Look, can't even drive in the snow. 21% interest, shit, I wish I would. I wish I would. I wish I would. I wouldn't finance a car to go see Jesus at 21%. I see online people talking about they paying. Okay, I saw a woman online, y'all. She was already upside down in her car, okay? She decides, well, I don't want to keep paying on that car. I'm going to just go upgrade it and get another car, which means you got to carry over that loan over to another car, right? That can absorb the cost that somebody's willing to finance, right? But then they couldn't even do that. So she decided to let them repo the car. But she still went and got another car, paying over $1,500 a month for a fucking car. Not a luxury. Not what y'all call luxury anyway. Just a car. Come on, y'all. Folks got to wake up. Folks got to wake up. They're chasing celebrity. They're chasing being like people that they can't afford to be. You can't. No, it wasn't a Lambo. I think it was like a Honda. I think it was like a RAV4 or something. It wasn't nothing extravagant. It's just stupid decisions. Stupid choices. And we wonder why rich people keep preying on us. Well, because Americans keep being impulsive. You keep giving away your money and your resources to people who don't deserve it. Stop trying to be like people that you're not them. You're not in their zip code. Their children will never go to school with your children. Okay? Because they don't want their children to go to school with your children. They consider us to be poor. If you're anything but rich, you are poor. You get it? Say, just like me, Cassie, my truck paid off. I'm riding that thing till the wheels fall off. You understand? I went and got an oil change the other day. You know, they do that bumper to bumper. Look, first of all, ain't nobody asked for all of that, right? To me, it's just an inventory of shit that they want you to pay them for, right? So the guy calls me. He's like, hey, while we was inspecting your car, we found these things. I said, okay, listen, sir, I just lost my job. I don't have time to do all of that stuff. I don't have the money. I said, and so then all of a sudden his tune changes. He says, okay, listen, the first two things, you can get the parts off Amazon and replace that yourself. You can just look up the videos on YouTube. It's simple to do. You don't need to come to us. The last thing though, that's going to take some time. You need equipment to change it. But I say, well, if I had to prioritize things, right, and I had to choose what was most important, the least important, what would you do first? He said, I would do this thing first. I said, okay. He doesn't know we have a mobile mechanic that we use that comes, and I'm telling y'all, you can save a lot more money on your car repairs getting a mobile mechanic. Getting somebody that'll travel to your house and fix your car right at your house. They cheaper. I'm going to say it again. They're cheaper. They're licensed and bonded. These are certified mechanics. Yep, no overhead costs. Yep, they more reliable. Because when they going to travel to your house, they going to be there. Because they're not sitting in one stationary place all day. So they going to go to where the money is. Yep, see Tinkerbell? I'm telling you. Yep, the work lasts longer. Once we started doing that, ain't had not now problem. Mobile mechanics is the way to go. Up until government finds a way to stop those people. You see? Because see, it's always going to be government step in some way. When big business get mad at the little people making money, they lobby government to change the rules to suit them. That's what ends up happening. So while you can, I got a net that keep flying around here. You wait till I catch you. I'm going to catch you. Yep, they're going to find some way to make it so it's not lucrative for those people to do that anymore. But while you can get it, you better get yourself a mobile mechanic. Best thing that'll ever happen to you is cheaper than going to any building in a mechanic. Now, I remember back in the day, I used to have a great mechanic. I don't remember his name, but I remember his face. And I remember the name of his company was Desco Auto Electric. Thank you all so much. His name was, I don't remember the name of the place, but his name was Desco Auto Electric. Was the name of the business. About the only mechanic I think I've ever had in my life, outside of the mechanic that I have right now, that I trusted. That was the only mechanic I also ever had that told me after he would finish my work, he would give me back my old part. And he said, take that part back to AutoZone and get some money back. Only mechanic ever told me that. No, I ain't seen the video with the flies around trunk, but I will check it out. That tends to happen when your diaper's full. Y'all know how that go. When your diaper's full, them flies gonna fly, right? Ain't that what they do? Flies are gonna fly. If they don't do nothing else, they're going to do that. Flies are gonna fly. Now, oh, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted either. Look at me. I was trying to get back here. Yeah, flies are gonna fly. But I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that. Your dad owns his own mechanic shop at home. Yep, that's a smart move. Yep, or mechanics whose shop is at their house. That's where you're going to get the most bang for your buck. You're not going to get bang for your buck running to these big places because they have overhead. This is why their labor fee is $75, $100 an hour. Because they got overhead. They got overhead. The people who are running their own stuff, they don't have to carry that type of overhead that these big companies do. Stop paying more for things than you have to. If you buy auto parts from a place, ask for your auto part back, the one that they switched out, and take it back and get money back. Because you can't get money back. That's what the auto shops do already. When you let them keep your part, they don't do nothing but resell it back to the auto parts place and get money back, rebate money back. You bought the fucking part. Give me my bitch. Give me my fucking money. Give me my part. Because it also shows me proof that you changed some shit. So even if you give me somebody else's part, bitch, I'm taking that one back too. Fuck yeah, you can get money back, Miss Jackson. They give them rebate money back for them, but they rebuild those parts. Parts are rebuilt. A lot of those parts are rebuilt. When you're doing carburetors and all that other shit, that shit's rebuilt. All of that stuff's refurbished. So when you let your mechanic keep that part, shit, that's free money on the table. No, ma'am. A mechanic taught me that. Yep. Purple Unicorn talking about selling the used tires. Yep, y'all better stop letting people have your shit. You go buy new tires, they try to keep your old tires. You said, throw my old tires right here in the trunk. See, I got a truck. I got a pickup truck. Throw them right here in the flatbed. I'm going to take them home. You're not keeping those. You're not keeping. Yep. And if Tiffany telling you, especially a carburetor, because carburetors get rebuilt. Y'all better stop letting them people giving them free money. That's what y'all doing. You're giving them free money. Hey, JW, good morning. That's exactly what's happening. You giving them free money. That moment when you close your computer screen by fucking accident. I just closed the whole computer screen by complete accident. Chill. But yeah. Y'all need to understand that don't let these people just take stuff from you or just do whatever they want to do. No. Yep. And they charge you for disposal if y'all don't pay attention. So, bitch, if you didn't dispose nothing, take that shit off my bill. Try Z. That didn't work. It didn't work. It's okay. I'm like, I was mad. It didn't close all my windows. It just closed a certain window that I was looking at. And I'm like, But it is what it is. What they say, stuff happens, right? Stuff happens. That's what I get for trying to multitask. Hey, storyteller, good morning. You need a notebook and pen when I watch your lives. No problem, Lois. I also put these lives up on YouTube. Because again, it goes back to, I just be wanting people to know. I learned because somebody told me. That's how I learned. Because a mechanic, when I catch this gnat that keep flying around here, y'all watch. When I catch him, it's your ass, Mr. Postman. A mechanic told me. Yep, and a discount. And see, Jay is also preaching some knowledge tier 2 about tires in the chat. Y'all better pay attention. That's why I be like, no, I'm not giving up nothing. Do you understand? You get nothing for free. Nothing. And again, a closed mouth don't get fed. If you don't ask, not the Friday reference. Yeah, if you don't ask, you're going to run into a problem. And I'm just letting y'all know, if you don't ask, you're going to run into a problem. How about court documents to compile a list? Well, that's out there. Remember, I told y'all to go check No Filter News, the No Filter News sub on Reddit. Hey, Bonnie, good morning. And on there, they got links to the court proceedings that Jeffrey Epstein had when he got tried in Florida. Oh, it's stuff out there. They got evidence files. They got videos. I'm telling you, the internet is sleuthing their ass off. Do you understand? The internet is sleuthing their ass off because of the simple fact Donald Trump is lying. We know he's lying. He's throwing every distraction that he can up at the wall so that he don't have to deal with the reality of what's happening. Like, did some of you know that Republicans essentially in the House, they stopped doing any votes prior to vacation time because they don't want to have to take an Epstein vote. So to avoid any more Epstein votes, they not doing no votes. These people make $174,000 a year and they refuse to work. If you went to your job and you refuse to work, you think they're going to keep paying you? Nope. They're doing it again. If they care about children, why are they working so hard to protect people like Jeffrey Epstein and anybody else in those files? The Republican Party is complicit. So if you're still voting Republican, you don't love children. See how that messaging works? You don't care about kids. You don't care about families. Democrats, if you're listening, you need to hear that. Because those are the conversations that you need to be having. That's the stuff you need to be saying. Republicans don't like kids. Girls and women aren't safe with Republicans because they won't protect them. Because nothing else makes any sense about why they would refuse to release that list or files. You said Epstein took in $1.5 billion in one account. Wow. Mark Green resigned. I bet you he hold on. Let me see. You said Mark Green resigned. I'm gonna look it up because I didn't know anything about that. Oh, y'all gonna see a lot of people get themselves in trouble. Ooh, sure did. Oh, another reason why they running? I'm gonna tell you why he's resigning, y'all. Because the people in his district, y'all gotta remember, MAGA has been groomed the last couple of years. Oh, you said since he died. Whoa, someone's still making money. Oh, I've got to dig into that. Look. I'm going to dig into that, y'all. Oh, I'm making a note. I'm making a note because I'm going to research that and talk about it. I'm going to research that and talk about it. You're right, Shady Luck. Again, if rich people pay their taxes, listen, this is the sad, well, I don't want to say sad. This is ironic. Had Trump made rich people pay their taxes, this probably wouldn't even be a big news story. It probably wouldn't even be a big news story. But see, this is what you're not going to do. What you're not going to do is starve people, destroy the school system, destroy neighborhoods, kick people out their jobs, do all this shit, and kick it with a guy like Epstein and expect people not to do nothing. What I tell y'all yesterday, Elon Musk took my fucking job. So now I'm in my villain era. This is my origin story. I ain't got nothing but fucking time. So I'm going to make it my business to figure out why and how Epstein is making all this money when he no longer is alive. That's weird. That's odd. What he making money doing? What is his estate making money doing? Or not doing that they can still haul in that type of cash? See, now, oh, I see where you're going. You don't think he, that's interesting. That's interesting. Like I said, I'm going to dig. But this is the thing, DCJ. I don't want to be running around saying he's alive like the people do with Tupac. Because I be looking at them like, Pac, of all people. You think Pac is alive and hiding from his own mother? Now, if Afeni had came up missing too, maybe I could have bought into it. But you mean to tell me as much as that man loved his mama, he's going to be alive and hiding from his own mama? Okay, all right. And thank you. Or Elvis, he's not going to be with his own kid? Right, okay. It's a lot of things that I can believe, but certain things I just, that's why I went, come on. Come on. Come on. I'm so tired of folk. Pac's still alive. Okay. It gives new meaning to the phrase hit him up, huh? Like, what? What they say, prove it. You pay a disposal fee for tires and then they get paid by the company. Yep, exactly. They get paid double time. Stop. Again, it's an example of y'all letting rich people double dip. Stop letting them double dip into your life. But understand, you're going to have more and more Republicans resign because they would rather resign than hold a Republican accountable. Y'all get it? They're not going to hold Trump accountable. They're not going to hold their party accountable. They would rather just get a real job. Do you know how bad it has to be for these criminals? These people, when they've been up there stealing from us all these years, you know how bad it's got to be. How bad it's got to be. Man. Now, I saw somebody up here say Diddy took out Pac. Come on. We got to be realistic. Come on. Diddy's a lot of things, but a thug ain't one of them. The people who took out Suge were, I said Suge, Pac, were the people closest to him. Look, Suge. And some others. And also, the other part of it was this too. Pac was running in circles, associating with people that were associated with activity that was not good for him or safe for him to be around. Pac, I love me some Tupac, don't get me wrong, but Tupac was his own worst enemy. This is what I try to tell, this is what I say about when I look at rappers and I go where you're trapped between the street and the studio. You got to pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Are you going to be in the street and be a thug, or are you going to be in the studio and be a studio thug? But you got to figure out which one you're going to be. Nah, I don't even think Diddy, see, again, I came up during that time at the height of all of that stuff. Okay? Diddy didn't take out Big either. That was his money train. What are y'all talking about? Notorious B.I.G. was P. Diddy's money train. There were many people he could have got rid of. It was not Notorious B.I.G. Okay? Notorious B.I.G. That you don't remember when Diddy said on the song, "It's all fucked up now. What I'm gonna do now, huh? What I'm gonna do now?" He had to regroup. That was his golden ticket. And he rode that golden horse as long as he could. And even long after Big's death, he was still releasing stuff and doing different things. But understand, Biggie Smalls was his gold. That was the golden ticket. And then when Big ceased to exist, you said Big wanted out from it. But I'm telling you, Diddy didn't have... Listen, if Big wanted out from Diddy, Big would have been out. Y'all making it seem like that dude was soft. He was a lot of things, but he wasn't soft. Stop it. Come on, y'all rewriting history now. We were there. I'm 50. Diddy was awful, but Diddy was no thug. Big wasn't scared of no fucking Big. I'm fucking P. Diddy. Come on. Come on, y'all. Come on. Diddy wanted to be a rapper. He wanted to be an artist so bad. He finds Biggie Smalls. He's able to ride into that. Big didn't even want to be an artist. Puff was basically begging and harassing and following this dude. But Big was never scared of Puff. That's just... Come on. Come on. No, you're clueless, Will. You're clueless. Let me ask you, Will. I'll ask you this question. How old are you, Will? Because I know I'm not clueless. Because to all the ladies who is in the place with style and grace, allow me to lace these lyrical douches in your hoorah cruise to make moves with all the mommies. The back of the club, sipping Moet is where you find me. The back of the club, macking hoes, my crew's behind me. Stop playing with me. I'm 50. Okay? I got you beat by 5 years. Big was never scared of no Puffy. You are reinventing and rewriting history. Okay? I got you beat by 5 years, beloved. You are rewriting history, okay? Big was never scared of no Puff Daddy. Come on. Come on. Come on. I wouldn't even say it wasn't that Big didn't like him. Y'all rewriting history on that too. That's not true. That's not true either. Big did like Puff. He did. But Big didn't live long enough to see all the shit that Puff got into. That's the catch. Big was a far better artist. I don't think that Big would have stayed on Bad Boy Records had he had lived. I believe that. Or hands down, I believe that. See, nah, Diddy didn't take Big out. That don't make sense for Diddy's money. That's why I'm going, the logic don't make sense. You understand? Biggie mom hate him. But Biggie's mom ain't Big. And if y'all listen to any Big's raps, Big did a whole lot of shit his mama didn't like. But he still did it. He apologized for doing it, but he still did it. So thinking that he's not going to do something because his mama don't like it, delusional. Y'all must not listen to Things Done Changed back in the day. Pants to this side. Remember they used to duck, but now... Remember back in the days, had ways, shays and corn braids, pitching pennies, honeys had the high top jellies, shooting... Stop playing. Rhyming at the barbecues, drinking brews with the neighborhood crews, hanging on the avenue. Turn the pages to 1993. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. One of the things I know is about 90s hip hop. And what I know is Big was never ever scared of fucking Puff Daddy. I don't care what you say, Sam. Big was never scared of Puff Daddy. And Puff Daddy didn't make any sense financially for Puff Daddy to take out Big. It was his most lucrative artist. Big was helping push Junior Mafia, Little Kim. Big was the biggest artist he had. Remember, he had pushed Craig Mack out. Y'all forget. I don't forget. Y'all forget. Well, I ain't forget about Craig Mack. Because that's who we thought was going to get it. But Bad Boy didn't treat Craig Mack right because of Diddy. And it was another one too, Black Rob. That was another one. Aaliyah. What about Aaliyah was not killed? Well, she died, but it was a plane crash. There was no what do you call scandal to take her down. It was no scandal to take her down. You're right, Death to Maxim, because you really thought somebody would see your post. You mad with me because of Epstein Swamp? I don't know what that person was mad about. Yeah, there was too much. The plane was too heavy. That's what happened in Aaliyah's situation. It was literally an accident. I have no awareness and skills. Then why are you here, Will? Ask yourself, why do you listen to people that have no awareness and skills, beloved? I helped you. I just booted your ass. There you go. Who does that? This dude sat in here for 15 fucking minutes to argue with me about hip hop. Chill. You can't argue with me about hip hop, beloved. You won't be around next year. Listen, they can't. Those of us who know, you know where that line's from. Here comes the brand new flavor in your ear. Listen, don't play with me. I fucking love hip hop. Esiepi. Stop playing with me. Right now, I'm hard on Clips. So be it. Come on. That album, I'm gonna say that album should get album of the year. Hands down. That Clips album should be album of the year. When you talk lyrics, you talk production, that is album of the year. See, you're talking to a chick that when I listen to hip hop music, most of the time I'm listening to old shit. I'm listening to old school Biggie Smalls, Notorious Big, Ready to Die, Life After Death. I'm listening to Goody Mob. I listen to Kendrick. I listen to some new Kendrick and some old Kendrick. I listen to I'm trying to think of the different artists, but I go, but when that Clips album hit, that shit went into the rotation. Do you understand? That's classic hip hop. That Clips album is classic fucking hip hop. That's the shit we grew up on. Real fucking lyrics where you can hear what people are saying. You understand? You can hear what they're saying. Double, triple, quadruple entendres. Stop playing with it. Stop playing with it. Man, it's so... That album is fabulous. You can't wrap your head around that. You ain't Arab. Stop playing with it. If I had her and you had her, she never mattered. Stop playing with it. Come on. There's only a certain... Bonnie, can I be honest? There is some mumble rap I do like. But it's the old school shit, which ain't really rumble because you can understand it, to be honest. Juvenile mumbled a little bit, but you could understand him. You understand? Listen, the youngest wouldn't even catch that reference. Oh, I love Eminem. I listen to Eminem. America! Hands down, that album, I'm gonna tell you what I think is Eminem's best album for me. Because I like Eminem, but there's one specific album that I feel like was the best fucking album. The Marshall, was it? Yeah, the Marshall Mathers one, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on. I gotta find which one I'm talking about. Because I like all of them, but that one, oh my God. That one was the shit. Yes, that Marshall Mathers EP. The Eminem Show. That shit. Oh, I love that CD. That CD, I played that CD so much. Oh, I thought it was me, Bonnie. Till the roof comes off, till the lights go out, till my legs give out, can't shut my mouth, till the smoke is out. Perhaps I'ma rip this shit till my bones gun to the roof. Man, Nate Dogg came through on that hook. And Quiet as Kept on that song, my favorite verse is not M's verse. Now, I ain't gonna lie. The way M came in on that thing is bomb. It's so great. But it's the guys. When he says, it hurts when you see your friends turn their back on you, dog, and you ain't got nothing left but your word and your balls, and you stress from the cause, and your new friends begging with their hands out, checking for your record when it's selling, when it ain't. That's the end. No laugh, no ends, no girls, just the gin you drink. Man, damn, that joint is the joint, man. I thought it was just me. When the Roof Collapse is under fucking rated. Everybody was caught up in everything else on that album. When the Roof Collapse. Come on. Come on. And it wasn't just that one. It was a couple of them. But Till I Collapse, great song. Great song. No, I'm saying that song is great. People, they don't give it enough credit because it was too many great songs on that album. But that song there, I'm sorry. They go in. They go in. So, but I love me. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I don't love Eminem. But I'm telling you that Clips album is a love letter to hip hop. And I am hoping that Andre 3000 has listened to this album like 100 times and it inspired him to feel like he can rap again. I just feel like this album might be the thing, might be the cherry on top to get Andre 3000 to go, you know what? I do have something to say. And he called up Big Boy and they have a new Outkast album. That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. Because Andre 3000 said he don't rap because he ain't got nothing to rap about. When am I doing my karaoke live? I maybe need to do a music live at some point for us to have some fun. Because y'all know I love music. Especially hip hop. Listen, I just been listening to so much. Clips got me. I'm just totally just all the way into Clips right now. Not that I'm not listening to other stuff, but that Clips. And I'm listening to it going because I'm from the DMV. Y'all from the DMV, y'all already know. I am waiting on a So Be It Go-Go version. And what's the other one? What's the other song? I'm trying to think of the other song that I'm liking that's out right now. I want that, and I want hold on, I could tell you what song it is that I'm looking for. Ace Trumpets as a go-go song. Yellow diamonds look like PP. Stop playing with it. On my private jet to Waikiki. Stop playing with me. So I'm like, don't challenge me about hip-hop. I love me some fucking hip-hop. So you did listen to some go-go this weekend. Stop playing with it. I'm telling you, listen to that Get Your Freak On Essence. Listen to Get Your Freak On Rare Essence. Listen. I love me some Missy, but you're never going to listen. Oh, you did? Man, listen. 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 Okay? I love me some Missy Elliott. But you're not touching. I'll probably end on that this morning as I'm wrapping up the live. Because I got some podcasts to tape this morning. I don't know if y'all saw my announcement yesterday. But we're going to be kicking it up a notch with Straight No Chaser podcast. Where I'm going to be releasing more episodes throughout the week. And there'll be shorter episodes. I'm looking at the analytics and it looks like the episodes that are shorter get more spins. I think people like smaller chunks of stuff that they can listen to more frequently. So you'll get 2, 3, 4 Straight No Chaser podcast episodes throughout the week versus one every Wednesday. So I'm just letting y'all know that starts this week. So a new episode will pop tonight. for those paid members of Patreon, and then it'll be out for everybody tomorrow, and then another one will pop again probably on Friday or Saturday. Might get another one again today or tomorrow. Who knows? Might get a early one today, and then the regular one just tomorrow. We'll see. But I think that's what works. I think people are gonna like that. So I wanted to remind you of that. I also want to say we can't keep our eye off of what's happening with everything in relation to the government. Hold on, I just saw something. Not forgetting that, not keeping your eye, don't take your eye off of nothing, okay? Look, while I'm sitting here, I'm gonna let a song play underneath while I'm sitting here. I want to thank you all for joining me this morning. I thank you. Look we got 27,000 likes. Thank you so much for that this morning. Y'all, we got to do something to change what's happening. I don't know what. Hold on. Cause I'm gonna start this. No, that's not it. That's a whole party, and we don't go parties. They're long. They do long shit. Now this, I want y'all to hear some of this. Get your freak on. Just listen. Here we go again. What? Here we go again. My man Mix. My man Tom. It's man the chance. Yo. Here we go again. What? Chaz and Jeff. I did good. My big in the game. Yo. Here we go again. What? House man. Going the chance and walking. Yo. Here we go again. What? I did it for this. What? Here we go again. What? My man Mike. My man Jim. Yo. Here we go again. What? My man Tim. My man Lee. Yo. Here we go again. What? My man Chris. Sweet Earth. My man Tim. Hold up. That's taking too long. They always got to do some damn precursor. They can't never just start the song. Here we go. I'm going to find it where it started. No, that's not the one. Hold on. That's the other one. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. We don't want that one. We want the one we like. Hold on, I gotta find it. We're gonna end on this today. We're gonna end as we talk so y'all can hear. So you all can hear. You can't find nothing on here. I know. Chuck Brown, Chuck did a version of that. Chuck did a version of Get Your Freak On, y'all. Because I don't remember that. I'm trying to find it on YouTube. I just can't find it. Let me find out. They got a strike on here. So can't nobody. Nah, it don't go into. I got it. Look, I got it on CD. I got it on CD. But I can't find it on YouTube. I tried to find it for y'all, but alas, I don't see it. I'm sorry, y'all. I wanted to let y'all hear it, but I can't find it. So I don't know where it could be. Where it could be. Let me see if I can find this last one, because we're going to wrap up this one, because I told you I got some stuff to do. No, that's not it either. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they going way back in the time machine. I don't want to go that far. And I'm tired of seeing these little girls shake their little tiny booties. I done had enough. It's like little flat booties. Because back in the day, people didn't have BBLs. Hey, M. Hey, good morning. Yeah, people didn't have BBLs back in the day. Back in the day, you had whatever you have and whatever you didn't have. And then you just accepted that and you moved on with it. You didn't try to, it was what it was. Oh, now I want to tell y'all something. I just saw a story. Now, McDowell County, I don't know if any of you have ever heard of this county. It's in West Virginia. And it is the birthplace of food stamps. Did y'all know that? McDowell County, West Virginia is the birthplace of food stamps. And they're upset because it's facing a disappearing safety net. You don't say. You don't say. See, the rhetoric that gets spewed in America is it's people of color that are always leaning on the system. Welfare was created for white folks. Because, see, rich people didn't give a fuck about making sure that poor white people were okay, that they could eat, that they could have the things that they needed. That's why government had to work for them. Government had to make sure that people got what they needed. You know why? Because rich people just going to hoard their money and resources. Rich people are not going to share their money with you. Why would I share my money with you? I'm rich. What Dave Chappelle say, I'm rich, bitch. Why would I share with you? These people voted against their own best interest. They voted for Republicans to what have I been saying? To take food off the table. Remember, McDowell County, West Virginia went to Trump by 80%. So good. That means they don't want any more socialist money, right? That's what it means for McDowell County, West Virginia. So they need to pull themselves up by their bootstraps and take care of themselves. So I'm glad that they voted so you and I don't have to take care of them anymore. Good. See, I told y'all, what's that saying? When an enemy is making a mistake, don't interrupt them. That's what, y'all got to stop trying to save these people from themselves. Y'all got to stop trying to save these people from themselves. Let them fall where they fall. For some strange reason, they think that they're accomplished and that they're taking care of themselves. They're so used to government assistance, they think they're taking care of themselves and it's just everybody else. So guess what? Now they feeling that shit. No, it ain't everybody else. You said some guy on X said he was getting $2,800 in food stamps and that went down to $300 for 5 kids. I don't know if he was ever getting $2,800, but my question is this. Because, you know, X is full of people who say anything just for engagement. I go, it took you 5 kids to realize you couldn't feed them? Let's keep it all the way a buck, because ain't that what they talk about? Hey, Nayella, good morning. Oh, they going after blue states too, but the patient one, what did I tell y'all? Liberals, you got to work together to do co-ops. You got to work together to do co-ops. If you a girl, if you're a young woman or a woman that you know how to braid hair in exchange for people giving you groceries. So instead of paying me in money, you pay me in groceries. These are the things I need you to get from the store for me and my children. And I'll braid your hair. You understand? That's what y'all got to do. And you're right, Ashley, and Dems have to smarten up about the gerrymander. You got to gerrymander your states too. And Democratic states got to make their states continue to make them better and better. I'm going to show y'all a picture I saw yesterday. Let me find it. that kind of summed up. Oh shoot, you can't see it. Okay. Just put this one here for now. But I'll fix that picture for later. But basically, it talks about how in red states, in this one specific red state, they're like the lowest in education, the lowest in infant survival rate, all these things. And then a blue state is like the highest in those things. Republicans voters have tricked themselves into believing that liberal states, we're not living good lives. Life is good. That doesn't mean we don't struggle. That don't mean we don't have struggles. Not at all. We just don't arm ourselves with pew-pews and go get mad at other people when we're struggling. Because that ain't how you resolve your issues. You know what I mean? But I don't feel sorry for McDowell County, West Virginia, because they voted to get rid of their own social safety nets. That means that they're asking to get up and go to work. I know they got a Walmart. What Big used to say, don't be mad, UPS is hiring. That's how I feel. They voted for this. Now, they also say in this article, for nonprofits in McDowell County, West Virginia, the federal cuts in the One Big Beautiful Bill threaten a lifeline. Because, see, they were getting government assistance, and the nonprofit organizations that were helping them were also getting government money. See? So these people had tricked themselves into thinking, oh, I don't depend on the government that much. It just give me a little food stamp money, some housing, a car, job training, but I don't even depend on government. I'm not like those lazy liberals. That's what they tricked themselves into believing. They say many of McDowell's 17,000 residents rely on federal programs and nonprofits they fund to get by. The county's tax base and population have significantly declined since 1950, when McDowell was the top coal-producing county in the nation and had about 100,000 residents. Ain't nobody checking for coal. Like what? Coal? So then they said now more than half the children in the county receive federal Children's Health Insurance Program benefits, which they're about to lose because Republicans voted to get rid of that. They said, fuck your kids. About 1/3 of the seniors are on Medicaid, the federal health insurance program. They cut their shit too in the bill. Good. You voted for it. Decades after the Kennedy administration made the county a first test of food stamps, nearly half the country's counties of residents receive SNAP. But they got the audacity to tell you and me to go to work. Y'all see why I don't get offended when they talk shit to me? Say it again, fuck them kids. Hey, mad historian. I'm unbothered. I am unfucking fuck bothered because they voted for this shit. They voted for it. They voted for it. Right, you said it the same way. Coal? Like what? What? They say the strains created by new eligibility restrictions on SNAP as a result of the passage of the president's domestic policy bill will be especially dire in places like McDowell County, where more than 1/3 of the population lives below the federal poverty line. So you vote for a guy that shits on a gold toilet, but you live below the poverty line, and you think that he sees you and wants to make your life better. Wow. That's all I got to say to that. That's all I got to say to that. Or this. I'm just laughing my ass off. These people get exactly what they deserve. And this is the direct result of a bad education system too. Because see, the rich people of West Virginia, they benefit from keeping the residents of West Virginia undereducated. Because the people that get educated don't stay in West Virginia. Where my lie at? Where the lie at? People that get educated don't stay in West Virginia. That picture behind me, that's ham and biscuits. Bob, that's ham and biscuits. Or biscuits and ham, depending on how you want to say it. And when he takes that shoe off, because it's going to be a little wet, you got a little gravy on the side. Yeah, it's not a lot of jobs in West Virginia. I mean, you can go work at the casino for pennies on the dollar. You can go do that. I'm sorry, Purple Unicorn. I'm just saying. They asked. I'm like, it's obvious. Ham and biscuits with a little gravy. Duh. Right. They don't stay in a cold town after college. Because think about it. What opportunities are for them to stay in West Virginia? They got student loans to pay off. They got to go where the money at. And I'm going to tell you where they usually go. Northern Virginia, Washington, D.C., or they go somewhere else. But they don't stay in West Virginia because there ain't no serious jobs and money there. Now, there are people that live there who have a lot of money, but they don't need a job. They own businesses, see? Yep. They take work, to go work for the FBI. But I love it because now they can't even work for the FBI. Because Trump came along and allowed Elon to cut stuff, right? They don't push people out. So now you can't even get a job with the FBI. They're fucked. They're fucked. Instead, the Trump administration wants to revive coal. I just look, y'all. I just look. I laugh in socialism. Because the shit's hilarious. Yep, they deep red in West Virginia. But I'm like, let whatever happens, happens. Fuck them. Fuck them. This is why I say to y'all, liberals, create co-ops. If you do hair in exchange for groceries. To get your car fixed. You understand? Bruh might need his locks retwisted. He don't want to have to pay for somebody to retwist his locks, but he can do your oil change for you. You understand? So you retwist his locks, and you got yourself an oil change. Y'all better work together. Divizzy, you better start laughing in socialism. Shit, I do. Do you know how many times a day I laugh in socialism? They even cut the funding for the black lung disease stuff. That's the extra tea. That's the extra tea. These people continue to lose and lose and lose. What awful things do you deserve on behalf of the Trump voters from your state? Yeah. Because I tell you, West Virginia, they don't like those people. Yep, that's what they voted for. And I love that they voted for more poverty. I love it. Do you understand how I talk to Republican Jesus every night and say, Republican Jesus, please continue to bring storms and floods to all of those Republican areas. Make them show you how much they don't need you and how independent they are. Running around. INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that mean, man? Running around like Boosie. Y'all, everybody want to be independent till it's time to pull out your checkbook to recover from a natural disaster. Then all of a sudden you don't want independence. Nah, you gonna be independent. You ain't got no choice. I have had enough. I'm telling y'all, the only way for Republican voters to change is to feel the loss of the shit that they voted for. And I tell you, West Virginia gonna hurt hard. All them people on food stamps, 80. You got all these people on fucking food stamps in West Virginia. Wow. Listen, Rub, who would have thought that we couldn't count on congestive heart failure? Who would have thought? Who would have thought? I thought that congestive heart failure was a thing that we could count on, but yet again, we've been disappointed. Diabetes, you always show up for everybody else. I'm sorry, I gotta say it the right way. Diabetes, you ain't even show up either. High blood pressure, you always in everybody else's business, but magically, where are you? Where are you? The only people showing up are obesity, and the ends, the edges got snatched. That's it. Like, what are we doing? Where are y'all? I need y'all to show up and show the fuck out. Thank you, Mikey. I need you to show up and show out. Okay? Okay? Now you starting a little something. But I want you to get like Bubba Sparks. It's getting ugly up in here. Up in here. It's not enough of that for me. I need them to go all the way ham. I need them to go ham, like Jay-Z said. Right? Because this is not going ham. Okay? That's not going ham. Look, I've seen worse. Prove to me, CHF, that you are who you say you are. I'm starting to think that CHF, we've been giving CHF way more credit than it ever deserves. Okay? Than it ever deserved. Obviously, you ain't doing as big as as you claimed all these years. Okay? Obviously. Like, what is we doing? I'm upset. And look, and I want a change. Right, just teasing us with it ain't nothing but a whole bunch of edging. Ain't nobody got time for that. Now, somebody asked the question, if Trump is found on the list, we know Trump is in the Epstein files, right? But say Trump is found on whatever list they find. Would that result in and it's proved that bad things were done? What would the result be for Trump with his supporters? They would still support him. I told y'all yesterday, the people who would still support him are the same people that if it happened in their family would look a blind eye and act like it's not happening and blame the victim for what happened to them. That's who these people are. So nothing would change. Nothing. That's why I said these people, your kids ain't safe around these people either. Be mindful. Be mindful. These people are telling you who they are. So since they're telling you who they are, be mindful about how you engage with them. And something else I need y'all to pay attention to too. I don't know if y'all still looking at mainstream media or mainstream TV, but with Stephen Colbert being let go by CBS, not renewing the show, y'all ain't paid attention. That means the billionaire class, they own media. Notice how the media talked about Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, but they won't talk about Trump in that same way. They won't talk about Elon in that same way. Peter Thiel, not in the same way. The billionaires own TV. They own all the big TV. Hell, they own some of the social media influencers. Y'all see how many of those MAGA social media influencers are sitting up there? You ain't never lied. Trump is a gangster. Those ankles tell everything. You know when Tiny and T.I.'s son said, "I'm 10 toes down"? What's that? Because he's not standing 10 toes down. What would you call it? I'm not sure what you call it. You know that song by Nancy Sinatra? If these boots are made for walking. Not those. Not those. Not those. And that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these shoes are gonna... No, they're not. No, they're not. Yes, that's a real pic. That's really him. That's really him. Hold up. I'll show you another one. Okay, I'll show you that one. See, that's Trump on the bottom, Biden on the top. Biden had ankles. He had definition. Not foot loose. Listen. Listen. No, not foot loose. Foot juice. Foot juice. Ankles all swollen too. That's what that is. Shit. Shit. Foot loose my ass. He take off them shoes. Listen, like Ashanti say, rain on me. Lord, why won't you take this pain from me? I don't want to live, I don't want to be. That's what that shit is. Listen. Listen. Okay? Not when you break the ankle, Big Mac sauce pour out. Listen. Foot loose my ass. My ass. Look, somebody say, dog, see, y'all doing this because y'all saying stuff. Y'all know when he got in the beast. As soon as he popped them shoes off, they was like, who let the dogs out? Woo, 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 woo. Listen. I done told y'all. Those are those take your pressure 3000s. That's what it is. That's what that is. I told y'all. Y'all want to be like rich people all the time. Go get that. Go get that. Yeah, go get some legs like that. Bone spurs. We would hope look, Bob, this how you know he ain't got bone spurs, Bob. When we tell you how you know Trump never had bone spurs. Because think about it, y'all. Think about it. I'm going to follow my logic here. Bruh is walking on balloons. If he had bone spurs, wouldn't he have burst by now? Think about it. It would be like taking balloons, walking on stick pins. It's no way. It's no way. Those are not compression socks, Rosa. Those are just dress socks. His ankles are just swollen. They had to throw those socks out when he left. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm sorry, JK. I have to say it. Somebody has to tell the truth. He needs compression. No, he needs a compression suit. Let's keep it all the way a buck. The socks aren't going to do it, beloved. He needs a suit. I think he's wearing compression. No. That's not compression socks. Just like it almost looked like he's wearing boots. That's not boots. It's just that his ankles are spilling over the sides of the dress shoes. What do they say? It's July. He's not wearing ankle boots. Who are you supposed to be? The artist formerly known as Trump? No, ma'am. Listen, Linda, we know he's not pregnant. He's too old. Ah, you said and Biden needs a brain? Okay. And Trump needs a draining. What are you talking about? Trump need to lay in the bed and put his feet up over his head. That's what he needs to do. That's the only way to get that circulation back down the other way. I didn't even block the person. I wanted them to hear it. Okay? Okay? Remember, Republicans, just a couple of weeks ago, y'all were running around lying, talking about your president is like Superman, not with ankles and foots like that. Can you imagine Superman taking off, faster than a speeding bullet, and you know how hard Superman hits the ground when he comes down? Man, he busting all that open. New meaning to the word bussy, 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 bussy. Yeah, that's the new bussy, baby. And Plies would not be amused. Okay? Yeah, those are not feet. Those are foots, beloved. Hooves, trotters, whatever y'all want to call them. Okay? I know, Jimmy. Oh, my goodness. Did you like it? Do you like pig foots? I don't know about you, but looking at those foots up there make me want some stewed pig foots. And I haven't had pig feet in years. I tend to like them pickled. Hell, if they've been in those dress shoes for hours, they're already pickled. Jesus. Take his shoes off and it smells like vinegar and pork. This is why MAGA loves Trump so. Because when they take off their socks and shoes, they look presidential too. Who would have thought? All this time we had it wrong. All this time we had it wrong. When they take off their socks and shoes, they look presidential too. Who knew? Who knew? See, y'all didn't know. I'm cluing y'all in on more and more stuff that you didn't know. Well, they say news you didn't know that you know you needed, now you have. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. But I'm like, y'all, we got to do, listen, as I'm wrapping up this morning, look, I got sidetracked because I keep seeing these foots and y'all, hold on, I got to find the other foot picture because y'all know I love that. There you go. There you go. That's when he was at that event. See, there you go. That's both of them. And you see the left one, this one over here is bigger than this one. That other picture I showed you was when he was in the White House. Now understand, again, you know how this Epstein stuff is happening? It's so bad that the Trump administration wanted to tell you what was going on with his medical condition after they just told you this motherfucker was built to go into the NFL in January. How he going to the NFL? When with those feet and those legs, it's like running in mud. You've got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Running who? How fast he running a 4.4 with those? What he running in those? What? Nothing. 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 Oh, shit. God damn. Sorry, I just saw a chimp with a whole bunch of muscles. I'm like, shit. And people still think they can beat a gorilla. Chill. Child. Wake up. Wake up. I pay money to see a fool try. I pay money to see her try. Real talk. To see her try. Running years in his socks. Listen, he ain't running nowhere in them socks. You know what I want to know? In the middle of the night, if the president has to use the bathroom, is he using a bedpan or does he have one of those little stool chairs by the bed? My grandmama used to have one by the bed, you know, the little toilet by the bed, so they don't have to walk real far. I wonder if he got one of those little toilets, those little portable toilets by the bed. And if he does have a portable toilet by the bed, is it gold? You know, to keep with the decor, you know? I just wonder. And then do they dump it right when he's finished? Or do they wait till the morning to dump it? You know, Bonnie, I'm starting to think he didn't have a bag this whole time. The whole time, the media thought it was a bag. But it was a bag, but it was his calf. You know what I mean? It could have just been the calves were full. And they were jiggling. You know, okay, I'm going to tell you how they were jiggling. You know how when it's summertime and men love to see women in sundresses because they say they love to see the jiggle? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Men love to see the jiggle. Maybe those calves were jiggling like the cheeks jiggle during sundress season. And I think that was probably the confusion that the media had. They saw all that jiggling and was like, oh, he had, no, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. He had cheeks on his calves. That's what happened. Yeah, I think that thing was moving. That thing was moving. He probably needs girdles for his. Oh, that's what the compression socks would be. Damn. But see, he don't want to admit that he's old, so he's not gonna wear compression socks. Quiet as kept, he need to come up out them damn shoes. Okay, all they doing is pressing all of that liquid just right above the shoe, but it's not gonna move it up. That's a fact. It's just pressing it right above the shoe. But it's not gonna but it's not gonna, I'm sorry, I just saw something and I'm like, where? Now, and I just saw a report that Trump is upset that we're talking about everything. We're not talking about his accomplishments. We're talking about Epstein. Keep talking about Epstein. That's what's pissing him off. I told y'all that he wants this conversation to stop so much. He was like, tell him about my ankles. Fuck it. Tell him about my legs. Tell them about my feet. I don't care. Anything to make them stop talking about Jeffrey Epstein. That's how bad and desperate he is. And you know us? We like, listen, we see your cankle, sir. We still want the list. We want the list. And it's no way you're going to get out of it. Okay? We want the list. And even if Trump showed up tomorrow at the White House and his legs were back the right size, right? I would still say, good to see that you're walking on regular size legs again. However, we want the list. We're not going to let up off the list. And I'm going to keep on reminding MAGA that your president is trying to distract you from getting your list. Don't let Trump distract you. And I'm also going to remind MAGA, if you didn't like when Hillary Clinton called you names, why are you okay when Trump calls you names? You shouldn't be. You're better than that. You don't have to take him name calling you and trying to downgrade and denigrate you. You're worth more than that, aren't you? That's why I said, I want the list. And I keep calling out MAGA because they want to say, y'all, and I know y'all seen some of these talking points where they're saying things like, Joe Biden, he could have released the list. Okay, we're here now. Don't you want the list? Don't you want the list? Oh, now you don't want the list, but you wanted it before. You wanted it before. That's that bullshit. That's why I call it out. You get it? That's why I call it out. That is the exact reason why I call it out. They're frauds and they're phonies. And don't forget, I also told y'all about Listen, ladies, protect yourself. I told you about what's happening in Tennessee. Tennessee just had the first case of a doctor denying care because a woman wasn't pregnant. And Tennessee has a law that protects medical professionals and insurance companies that can deny you care if it's against their beliefs. I don't know, Bexy, if I hadn't heard that anything was sealed, but I can tell you this, the Justice Department, just Pam Bondi, she don't want to be honest about it, but the Justice Department has terabytes of data and files from the Epstein case. They could release more information if they wanted to. And Trump also said the other day that even if a judge allows for grand jury testimony to be released, it's not going to answer your question. He's full of shit. He's full of shit. He knows it. He's just trying to buy time. Don't stop talking about Epstein. Society needs to fight harder for those girls than everybody else did. Yep. But see, Bondi's a part of the cover-up too. They're all a part of cover-up. The Republican Congress, they refuse to vote on anything anymore because they don't want to take Epstein votes. Republicans don't like America. Okay? They don't like America. If we want something to change, y'all, we have to change it. We're not going to change it by just waiting. No hero is going to show up. We got to be the hero. Okay? We got to be the hero. I love you guys and thank you so much for joining me this morning. I appreciate it. I'm going to be back on live this afternoon, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to check out the Straight No Chaser podcast. You can check out the YouTube channel because I'm going to start posting more original content on YouTube and really growing that channel even more, that platform even more, posting more original content on Patreon. In addition to, you're going to get more episodes of the Straight No Chaser podcast during the week. So I love you guys. Thank you for all of the shares today. Thank you for all of the gifts today. I'm going to send a shout out to my top gifters. And listen, I appreciate all of you because you spent time with me this morning. It's not about your money. It's not about any of that stuff. It's about the fact that you took the time to come and listen, participate, engage, and I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I want to send a shout out to my top gifter, number 1, beautiful storyteller. Hey, beautiful. Number 2, beautiful Shauna. Number 3, beautiful Trell. Number 4, beautiful Lori. Number 5, beautiful Kiera. And a special shout out to number 6, beautiful purple unicorn. Thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I will be back on live 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so I'll see you this afternoon. I'm going to go digging because I want to learn how Jeffrey Epstein is making all this money when he's not supposed to be here anymore. Like, who's handling all that money and making that happen? So I'm going to dig and I'm going to let y'all know what I find. Don't forget, check out the No Filter News sub on Reddit to get all the links and information, files, all that shit in relation to the Trump and Epstein relationship, history, all that shit. Go read it. They're posting it in multiple forums. Honestly, it's in multiple forums over on Reddit. But I know that's where you can find it. We want the damn files. I love you guys. I'll see you this afternoon. Have a great and beautiful day. Remember what I always tell you. Don't let nobody live rent-free in your head. Don't feed the trolls. And you can accomplish anything you put your mind to as long as you stay consistent. Peace, you guys. I'll see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.